Chrissy Swan Show.
Hi, welcome to your Thursday. God, crap news about Magda Szubanski.
Very sad, Swanee.
You would have just heard it in the news. She's taken to Instagram to post that she's got an aggressive form of cancer. Oh, God, it's annoying, isn't it?
Very sad. An Australian icon, that woman.
Oh, an absolute national treasure. I just listened to her announcement. She's very matter-of-fact and practical about it, but she has something that I thought only you and me and Peg had, my daughter.
What's that?
The bad news laugh gene. Because not everybody laughs when things are very bad.
No. We do.
We do, and I thought we were sort of the only ones. But listen to Magda towards the end of her very serious, very alarming announcement.
I have just been diagnosed with a very rare, very aggressive, very serious lymphoma. It is one of the nasty ones, unfortunately. It's pretty confronting. It is a full-on one, but new treatments keep coming down the pipeline all the time. So
here it comes.
I just got to. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? That is a question, Magda. I'm going to drop around a lasagna because that is what I always do.
You're a good woman, Christine.
Thank you.
And all of Australia is behind you, Magda.
Absolutely.
If you're listening.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's Thursday. Generally our favourite day of the week. Sweeping Statements is happening after 3 o'clock. Start thinking of your unpopular opinions. It is the second last day of One Republic tickets being inside the bum bag in Chrissy's Quizzy. But next, we get to find out what happened to you yesterday morning, Swanee.
Oh, God, so sad.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Now, I had a very emotional day yesterday, and I may cry again, but that's just because I'm insane.
Okay.
And I'm really okay, and you have my full permission to just ignore my tears.
Great. And if I happen to laugh, it's not because I'm being mean. I just, in those circumstances, I get giggly.
I know, and you are free to laugh because I also have bad news laugh. I know that you're not laughing at me.
No.
You're just laughing because that's how we both deal with confronting emotions.
Correct.
So as you know, I gave 2 beautiful bunnies to my kids for Christmas.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Truly, you don't even have to ever apologise because I know.
Yeah.
And you know we became obsessed with them. Like we love them so much. Gingy and Chicago. They were sisters. A beautiful big red one that was Gingy, obviously, and then a little petite dark brown one, and that's Chicago.
Chicago is
anyway,
my favourite purely because of the name. What a great name Chicago is.
Yes, and the story, the evolution of it is that Gingy was Kit, my middle son, and Peg had Chicago. Then they were her first pets, and she just really found her power and loved them so much. And then Kit couldn't give a rat's about the bunnies. And so she actually took him to court for custody.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was the judge, and they had a week to prepare their arguments.
Did they properly do this?
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah, I sat in an Adirondack chair, and I had a chicken basher.
Great.
And her points were very salient, and she became the mother, the owner, the guardian of both bunnies.
Sole custody.
Sole custody. Anyway, sadly, yesterday when I was walking to my car, I noticed that Gingy, the big red one, wasn't moving, and she did pass away. And it was, I'll cry now because it was so shocking. Anyway,
and you text me telling me what had happened, and I was going to call you to be like, okay, and you said, do not call me, I won't be able to speak to you.
Yeah.
You were hysterical.
You know when, because I just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still 7.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm a grown up, and
how do I manage this?
what do I do? There's a dead bunny that I love in there,
Yeah.
and Chicago was in there, and it's her sister, and I'm such a sook about my sister. It was just awful. It was awful, and I didn't know what to do. And so I got I'm like, do I bury her? That means I have to touch her anyway. I ended up, plus I was, there was all of that awful grown-up stuff to deal with.
Yes.
Then, I remembered, oh, that's right, I'm the ultimate grown-up. I'm Peg's Mum.
You have to break that heartbreaking news to
I
her.
have to tell her, and she's at school, and anyway, it was just awful. And I ended up, Sarah McGilvray, our boss, because I texted her, I'm like, what am I going to do? And she said, call a vet. They will know what to do. And she was right. I called them and I was crying and I said to them exactly what I said to you. The phone call sounded like this.
I'm
Hello.
insane.
Yeah, and I said, hello, I'm going to cry through this whole phone call, but just ignore that. Ignore that because I've got a proper question. Anyway, they said, just bring her down and we will sort it out. So I did that and that was horrific. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget. Never forget. It was just awful. Anyway, I took her there and I said, please don't do anything with her because I've got to tell my daughter and I don't know what her wishes are. So many questions like, will Peg be mad at me because she wanted to see her and touch her paw or something? I don't know. Anyway, dropped her at the vet, went home, broke the news to Peg. And the great thing about genetics sometimes is that they fall in your favour.
Yes.
And Peg is the one child that I have that has my bad news laugh affliction.
Yeah.
And so I was crying and telling her the story and she started to giggle and then she's saying, I'm so sorry, this is not funny. And I said, sweetheart, if you can do a bad news laugh
Please.
at a time like this with anyone, it's me. I understand it. So we got through that and the conclusion is that we're going to get her cremated. I've got to call the vet actually and tell her what Peg's wishes are. We're going to get her cremated and you can get the ashes put in like a little ceramic bunny, like a little white porcelain bunny.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. What vessel will they keep in?
Yeah, that's the one that Peg chose. So we'll always have her. But yeah, it was a really sad day and, you know.
You got it. You got through.
Yes.
And also you had to come to work with me who does not have an empathetic animal bone in his body.
And I woke up this morning, see how my eyes are puffy because I cried so much yesterday. It looks like I've been punched in the face.
And is Chicago doing okay?
I think she's a bit sad.
Can we get antidepressants for rabbits?
I said to Peg, go out and feed her. She goes, I can't look at her. It's too sad.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Australians are being warned. Australians going to America specifically are being warned that under the new Trump administration, there are going to be many questions asked when you get to your American destination, your airport. Just ask Nicole Sarukis, who was going to visit her husband, who is a US military guy. Normally they're just scams, but this one's real.
The former New South Wales police officer spent the night behind bars in Honolulu. No criminal record and a valid ESTA tourist visa, but she was deported after police searched her phone and her luggage.
The officer stated that I had too many clothes in my suitcase for a 3.5-week trip. They started questioning me about my tattoos. I felt as though they were trying to racially profile
her. I mean, look, what woman does not travel with too many clothes, apart from me? I'm a carry-on girl.
You are the exception.
How dare they judge her?
I know, how rude. When I go away with my best mate Christina, which we are doing in a couple of months, the amount of luggage she packs, she pays extra for every flight to have an extra bag under the plane.
Well, she better be careful because you don't want to be having a holiday on your own because you know what deporting means. You don't get to leave the airport.
No.
You get on the next plane back to where you came from.
How soul-crushing. That would destroy my soul.
I get so scared anyway. I don't know whether it's because I had a Catholic education or whatever. I'm just always convinced I'm doing the wrong thing, like at an airport.
Yeah.
Or like if there's a police van, I'm like, I'm going home in the back of a divvy van. But particularly the airport.
Sniffer dogs?
If you sniffer dogs.
They scare me.
Well, I just, I don't want them to just bury their nose in my crotch, for starters. There's nothing in there. Get out of there. Get out.
Out.
Get out. I'm not importing anything. Anyway, have you had a scary experience at the airport? Were you ever taken into one of those little rooms?
I always think of Chappelle Corby when
Even scarier is when it happens overseas.
Yes.
Like here, I'd be able to deal with it, but oh my God.
13 24 10, why were you stopped at the airport?
How is
For
Chappelle?
sharing your story, we'll give you a Baker's Delight voucher. Is she still flogging those resin clocks?
She has stopped that business.
Damn.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
That's a banger, that song.
Ciara's got a heap of bangers.
I wonder if she's ever been stopped at the airport, like poor old Nicole Sarukas.
Former New South Wales police officer spent the night behind bars in Honolulu. No criminal record and a valid ESTA tourist visa, but she was deported after police searched her phone and her luggage.
The officer stated that I had too many clothes in my suitcase for a 3.5-week trip. They started questioning me about my tattoos. I felt as though they were trying to racially profile.
Imagine the downer.
Yeah.
She's been so excited about seeing her husband.
Yeah, and he's a good-looking dude. We've just been stalking.
He's not my type,
He's my
but I
type.
can see that he is a lot of people's type. But you know, I'm a weirdo. She was so excited, and that would be anybody going overseas to see their partner or even just having a holiday. And then she had to sleep in jail in Honolulu for having too much luggage. I'm sorry, guilty, Your Honour.
Correct.
There is no one among us that hasn't done that.
13 24 10, why were you stopped at the airport?
It's terrifying. Kate, what happened to you?
I was about 12 or 13 and I was raised by my grandma, so we had different last names on our passport, and we were stopped in England and pulled into interviews because I think they thought she might have been stealing me or something.
Oh, my God.
But no, she wasn't. She raised me. She's a
Most
legend, so-
people have surnames different to their grandmothers.
I
It can't be
know,
that
yeah.
unusual.
I don't know, like they were just doing their job, I guess. But yeah, at the time I was a bit scared.
Kate, was it around the time that a kid had vanished or something? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you find culturally there are crackdowns. Like maybe Madeleine McCann had just disappeared at that stage and people were like, hyper vigilant. And then eventually, of course, they stopped doing that.
Yeah, like that's a possibility. Like, yeah, I don't know. I barely remember it. I think I was in a bit of panic, but I just remember being taken into the interviews and had to prove that, yeah, she was my
Was
grandmother.
it scary?
That's wild.
Was it scary?
Yeah.
How did you?
Intimidating,
Yeah.
I think I'd call it.
And how did you end up proving it? Did they ask you, what does your grandmother cook you on Sunday afternoons?
No, they more spoke with her and just she had to get some documents to kind of show that, like, she was the mother of my mother, that she raised us.
Unbelievable.
That's wild. Baker's Delight voucher for you, Kate.
Hello, Rod.
Hello.
Oh, why were you held up at the airport?
I accidentally grabbed a camping bag that, in one of those many pockets, had a hunting knife and one live round of ammunition. So the knife was no problem.
What?
The knife went off at the standard X-ray, and he's like, "Oh, that's a big one." I said, "Look, totally accident. Look, can I put that in an Uber to get it home? I know I can't take it on the flight." He said, "Actually, no, we'll be calling the feds because you've got a live round of ammunition there." Just one in the bottom of the bag, and let me tell you,
just one.
The two federal cops that turned up, one was a young guy. He was foaming at the mouth. He thinks he's been called in to deal with some terrorist. The old guy was really cool. He's like, "Look, it's legal to carry it around on the street. I understand. Like, we've already checked you have a registered firearms license. So all we've got to do is just sign this document. You will destroy it, and that's your one chance. You get one freebie. The next time we're in big trouble." And I still made the flight. I thought I was going to be fined, minimum lose my gun license forever. And it was like just 30 minutes of me sweating in a little interrogation room. It's just like the movies.
Is it?
And it's tiny.
Does it smell and does it have Venetian blinds?
No. There were no windows, but it doesn't smell. It's Sydney Airport. It's clean. I'm sure those cleaners get in there every day.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Hailey Beaver, in odd timing, has released a beauty line. The reason I say it's odd timing was it was only this week that her very own husband said that she would, he's sorry for passing judgment and saying that she would never make the cover of Vogue. And then not only did she make the cover of Vogue, she's got a beauty line.
Yes, well, she's had this beauty line for years.
How long do you give it? Not the beauty line.
Oh, the marriage? Well, after today's news, probably a month.
You're talking about the fact that she's now a billionaire?
Yes.
She sold her brand Rhode to Elf Beauty
Yep.
for $1 billion US. It's 1.56. It's $1.5 billion.
In Australia.
Why? What?
I love this for her. And I think as
I
well,
do too.
I think the day of celebrity beauty brands is going to come to an end soon. Like, I don't think they're forever going to be this successful.
Agreed. So the timing is good. Get
timing
out.
is now. And
Get in, make your billion and get out.
Right? Whilst this, like everyone, all of my mates have this Rhode phone cover that you can stick your lip balm into. That was such a great idea.
And then meanwhile, her husband is on stage with SZA being shocked when the floor opens.
Right.
See you, Justin.
Hey, did I send you...
He needs to go into hospital.
He does, because I did a TikTok about this yesterday, right?
I've got to get on TikTok if you're doing secret things.
Jack Charles, 3 S's.
Thank you.
I was scrolling, right, after my phone listened to us talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm getting served Fenty Fold. And I was like, oh, I'll have a look at these Fenty Fold videos because Rihanna must have a new product. And I was like, you and I can talk about it.
Is it toilet paper?
No, Fenty Fold. Everyone was talking about Justin Bieber and the Fenty Fold because it's a fentanyl fold. And that's what everyone's suggesting he had. And that's why he was behaving like that. How awful is that?
What? Because he was folded in half.
So apparently they call that the Fenty Fold. Sorry, it got really dark for a minute there, but yeah.
Oh my God, very dark. But we could brighten things up with Hugh Jackman.
Please.
Mr. Song and Dance Man. So yesterday we were talking about his ex-wife, Deborah Lee Furness. Today it's all about Hugh. He has he's posted a video of him skipping rope. Unbelievable.
Yes.
It's got something to do with that Ryan Reynolds. There was something that they did together.
Yes, Tom, what movie was that on?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Do you like Deadpool? Deadpool's it was great.
I don't hate him. He's kind of funny.
Yeah, I know, but he's getting a bit insufferable now.
Well, Ryan Reynolds is insufferable.
Yeah. Anyway, the man can skip. Don't you worry about that. But people are talking about the Chosen soundtrack, which is Bye, Bye, Bye. And then, I'm not saying it's a thinly veiled message to his ex. I'm saying it's a thinly veiled message to his ex.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
I can't wait to tell you what my sweeping statement is today, and I want to see what side of the line you stand on vis-a-vis cheese, storage and use, because there is only one way. There's only one way, and it's my way. And anyone that doesn't do it my way is wrong.
Okay, I look
That's the
forward
whole
to this.
premise of sweeping statements, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Zero tolerance of anyone else's opinions or practice.
Correct. And we offer an honest, open, kind space to share
Unless it's about cheese.
those sweeping statements.
13, 24, 10, though, we've got a bum bag to give away. And it's not just any bum bag. Ryan Tedder's in this one. No. Tickets for One Republic. Ryan Tedder was on the Sydney Breakfast Show this morning. Very, very nice.
Was he a good dude?
He was, yes.
They're returning to Australia in Feb 2026 for the Sweet Escape Tour. They're bringing Swedish pop superstar Zara Larsson. I love her. Get your tickets now from livenation.com.au or dial 13 24 10 and have a crack at Quizzy.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away these One Republic tickets.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
I've really enjoyed giving away these tickets because we have met all the ultimate super fans, and there are so many. Hello, Harmony.
Hello, how are you?
It's a beautiful name.
Oh, thank you. And I love your name too, Christy.
Do you? That's kind. I always thought it was a bit of a stripper name.
I
Now-
got that before.
Harmony, do you have brothers and sisters with equally melodic, like do you have Melody?
No, their names are pretty boring, to be honest.
Were you the last one out?
Yes, I was.
That's what happens. By the time
Yep.
the last one comes out, you're like, I'm going to do whatever the hell I like.
Yeah.
Good on you, Harmony. Hello, Kel.
Hello, how you going?
In a very interesting twist, you want the bum bag.
I do.
Have you seen it, Kel?
No.
You might
So-
change your mind.
Look at him throwing shade.
Hey.
Tom, Tom, who works on the show as well, he gets very mad whenever we throw shade on the bum bag because he designed it.
I know.
So he's like the
Stop
Carlos
bagging.
Zampatti of the convenient waste bag world.
Stop bagging the bum bag, all right? It's my invention.
It's not your invention.
It's Chrissy's.
Take that back.
One part of your job you take seriously is the bum bag. Awesome.
I know. All right, Harmony and Kelly, your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get to 3 gets the bum bag and the tickets to One Republic. Question number 1. Who won last night's State of Origin
Kelly.
match? Yes, Kelly.
Harmony.
Kelly.
Blues.
The Blues,
New South
correct. Condolences to the Maroons. See what I did there?
I do. Well done.
Queenslander!
Clint Stanaway.
Question number 2. What is the name of the little taily bit at the base of the spine?
Harmony.
Yes,
Kelly.
Harmony.
Tailbone.
I'm going to accept
Yeah.
that. It is technically the coccyx.
Oh, right.
But you've got the point. It's currently 1 point to Kelly, 1 point to Harmony. Question number 3.
Apparently, it's very painful when you break your coccyx. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Coccyx, coccyx, coccyx.
Coccyx.
And how you can do it with like monotonous regularity
Sex.
is no.
Oh. I just thought that's where you were going.
How would you do it? I was talking about a metal slide.
Oh.
Going down a slide, like thinking that's fun for a grown-up. Look at me down the kid's slide. Bang! I've
no.
snapped my tail off. I'll talk to you in the song about that. Question number 3. Can you name this One Republic song? It's my favourite.
Harmony.
Harmony did get in there before
Harmony
Kelly,
did,
yeah.
but I spoke over it. It's not like me.
Apologise.
It is Apologise. Is that your favourite one?
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
mine too. Although I love that one that Delta was rocking out to at the Logies. I can't remember what that was. Question number 4. Hailey Bieber has officially sold her beauty line in $1 billion deal. Do you know what the brand is called?
Kelly. Harmony.
Kelly?
Well, Harmony went, ha!
Nah.
Harmony.
I'm going to go with rose skin.
Was that Kelly?
That was me.
I'm going to give, Kelly is going to get in there because she delivered her full name, and that brings us to a tie break. Kelly, can you please give me the answer?
Rose skin.
We need the full name. I can't be doing, sounds like a breath. Get confused.
Power has gone straight to your head. You understand that we're giving away a bum bag. You don't
No,
need
we're
to-
not. We're giving away a double pass to One Republic. This is why I'm taking this serious.
And a bum bag.
Insufferable.
All right, question number 5 is for the win. Someone is going home with the double pass to One Republic.
If feline means cat, canine
Kelly.
means... Yes, Kelly?
Harmony. Dog.
Yes! Kelly, you can't be... No. You can't.
Iconic.
She went, ha ha.
Nothing like laughing at the loser, is there, Kel?
Sorry, no, I didn't. I was shocked. I got it.
Oh, I feel sad, but you know what the rules are, Mr. Power Quiz Guy.
Harmony, I'm going to give you a Baker's Delight voucher, though, just so you can have an Arvo snack.
Oh, thank you so much.
Get the cinnamon
Thanks,
scroll, Harmony, and you will not miss those tickets one bit.
Oh, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
We love you, Harmony. We also love you, Kelly, and you're the real winner here today, aren't you? Tickets at livenation.com.au for One Republic.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Swan's sweeping statements.
I've really put a lot of thought into this one. 13, 24, 10, what is your sweeping statement? What's your unpopular opinion? Mine involves cheese.
What type of cheese?
The cheese you buy from the supermarket. It is Chia brand. And it's in a plastic cube. We have them at work. I have one in the fridge all the time. And most people do in their houses. You know, you're either a vintage, tasty, old bitey, whatever. But, there's 2 packets inside it. Or probably at your place because you're a bachelor. There's only one. Oh, no,
Yep.
You've probably got Mersey Valley.
No, I've got that Is it Dairy Lee burger cheese?
Oh my God, the
That's
best.
what I've got at the moment.
In plastic. That's tasty. Anyway, Cube. You buy it.
Yeah.
You know the ones I mean.
With the 2 plastic packets on
With
top
the
of
two
each
plastic
other.
packets, exactly.
Yep.
When you prise open the top lid and you are faced with the 2 blocks inside, what do you do next? You open the plastic.
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
I then, like, once I've taken a slice of cheese out and used it, I really firmly Glad wrap it, like, so tightly and then put it back in.
Okay, bye-bye. See ya.
Why?
No, that's it. That's it.
What am I meant to be doing? Leaving it open so it dries up and shrivels?
It doesn't dry up. It's got a lid.
No, but there's still air.
No, it doesn't. The cheese here at the office is free.
Yes.
I make good use of that, don't you worry.
I know.
And I don't know who in this office, but it's everybody, apart from me, who knows how to do it right. You open up the plastic thing, and then you take this wad of cheese out, there's 20 slices, and you open that plastic, you throw that plastic away in the recycling, and you put the stack of cheese back on top and you close the lid.
Wait.
That's how it's designed, you idiots.
So the cheese is just free balling with no plastic around it and just air.
It's sealed.
Nah, it dries out. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't dry out.
So so your sweeping statement is let cheese free ball it.
My sweeping statement is I've done it and that's how it's done. And that's
Okay.
how I do it all the time. And not once has a piece of cheese gone hard. I bet if I go to that fridge now, in fact, I will. After we're finished here,
Yeah.
I'm going to get Tom to film me at the fridge and I'm going to show you
Okay.
every damn time.
Well, I'm glad you say Tom's name because that brings me to my sweeping statement today. Flossing in public is simply unacceptable. If you're
Okay, wait. What
So-
equipment is he using?
actual floss, not a toothpick, because if you're at a restaurant and you politely,
Yes.
with manners, need to have a little toothy picky,
What,
I
you
get it.
out your Oral-B pulley spool
Tom's
thing?
at his desk, basically shoveling his teeth and pushing his gums around.
We can't hear you, you idiot. He's yelling.
I didn't want to overspeak over Jack. No, it was a little floss pick.
No, it's
a
weird.
pickster.
A pickster, if you will.
No, because with a Pickstar, it's so good. I'm glad you use them and I'm glad we know you have good oral hygiene. That is for at home because stuff comes flying out with a Pickstar. I use them.
It's true.
So
Sorry,
don't...
Jack's right, Tom.
No, I know. I got scolded on Instagram.
Where do you
I have to
stand?
change
Where do
my
you
ways.
stand on the cheese thing? Be careful.
The cheese is wrong.
Wait, you need to elaborate. Whose side are you on, Jack or Chrissy with the cheese?
Oh, Jack.
Thank you.
It gets dried out in the. They're not like good containers.
Correct.
That was a really stupid mistake you just made.
13 24 10. What is your sweeping statement? Just for getting on air with us, you'll get a family pass to Karate Kid Legends in cinemas June 6.
You're going to pay the ultimate price.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Swan's sweeping statements.
I am right about cheese, and I don't want to hear a word against it. I'm right about this. There is a right way and a wrong way, and I am right.
I've said my piece, so I won't go you again.
Who am I going to go next? I think her name might be Tina. Hi, Tina.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
So what is this about a Ziploc bag rubbish?
My sweeping statement is keys stored in a Ziploc bag inside that container.
That is
Correct.
wrong. Sorry,
It
Tina.
is absolutely gross, and no one in our family will use the top or the bottom piece as it is.
But it doesn't get hard.
No, it does.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't.
And it goes a little bit of musty and gross.
It doesn't.
Yeah, not on.
I'm with you, Tina.
It doesn't.
And Tina, you have won
You're wrong.
a family pass to Karate Kid Legends in cinemas June 6. I love that you're on my side, Tina.
Watch me.
Have a
Woohoo!
beautiful
Thanks,
night.
guys.
Any other cheese, I get it. Like that burger cheese, it doesn't. The burger cheese comes in slices, not in plastic. You've got to do that. This is how you do it. You use scissors because you're not an animal. You take the block out like that, right? Sometimes you've got to go like this because it's tight. It's tight in there. And then you go like this. See? That. Like that. Sometimes they're in my fridge for months.
That is so crook.
Listen to this. Listen, are you listening?
I'm calling
Tina,
child services.
Listen.
Yeah, enjoy
That's
your mouldy
sealed.
cheese.
It doesn't go.
Enjoy that. Hey, on 13 24 10, Linda, what is your sweeping statement?
My sweeping statement is appointments are a waste of time.
Specifically, doctor's appointments, am I right? They're always late.
Definitely. And the hairdressers. We've got to mention the hairdressers.
Yes.
We've got to.
Having said that, I went to the doctor 2 days ago and she came out and said my name right on 11 a.m.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Did you
That
tip her?
never happens.
No,
Never
I
happens.
know, but I think we need to be a bit like patient because there's been times when I've gone in there for just one thing and then I've gone, oh, while you're here,
Yeah, totally.
So, what goes around comes around. But I hear you, Linda.
Also, it's 2025. When you go into the doctor, you've got to find a second sort of thing to be there for, a second prescription, if you will.
5.
Hey, Linda, you've won a family pass 5 to Karate Kid Legends.
Thank you.
Good on you, Linda. Hello, Katie Kate.
Hello.
Oh, Kate, I love your sweeping statement. What is it?
My sweeping statement is that ads on the radio shouldn't contain the sound of a police siren because I panic every time.
Me too.
Wow.
And I actually think that is a law. It's written somewhere, but some ads get through the cracks. I think you are technically not allowed to do that. I want to say also, not even just police sirens, but the ones that go, I hate that so much. Kate,
Every time.
I hear you. Me too. I look around panicking.
It's like Kate's bugged our office because you say this at least once a week.
Yeah, because...
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm like a goldfish and I forget that there is an ad at the moment that has a siren at the beginning and I'm like, guys, run, find a doorway.
The junkies made it upstairs. Family pass to Karate Kid Legends. Let's finish with Elise.
Hi, Elise.
Hi there, Chrissy.
I can't believe the words that I'm about to hear from you.
It's so true. My sweeping statement is garlic bread is so overrated and I refuse to buy it.
Okay.
Refuse.
I can't believe this. But which sort of garlic bread?
Any. Even the cheapest one at the supermarket, but especially the ones at the restaurant where you only get a small amount and it's about $10 or $12 for it.
So what is your problem with it? The price or the its actual existence?
Oh, both. It's just a overrated taste. It's even with the cheese on it to try and make it a little bit better.
Yeah, the cheesy garlic bread. They try and dress it up.
The cheese is good,
Well-
but no, refuse. And I agree with you, Chrissy, with the cheese.
Oh, we've run out of
It
time.
must come
See you,
out.
Elise.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's clickbait.
I've just seen a photograph. It looks like it's been superimposed. So the cast of Just Like That is standing arm in arm at the in the palazzo around the Eiffel Tower. in Paris.
Yes.
And I'm like, who is that big lady? It's Venus Williams. All the other people are so little, and then Venus Williams is there, and I don't even know if she's massively taller than an average woman, but she certainly looks it.
Well, you've met Sarah Jessica Parker, who is standing next to her in this photo. Is she a shorty?
Oh my God, she is the smallest woman.
Oh, really? See, I wouldn't pick that from watching her on
Well,
screen.
maybe she's just got a very small face. I don't know. She strikes me as very small. Anyway, the reason that Venus Williams is in this cast photograph is unclear. But I reckon she just makes an appearance. Do you? She's having a cameo.
Or I reckon maybe she just happened to be in Paris and with them at this photo call, and they were just like, yeah, get in there, it'll get some PR or publicity. Because I think we would have heard about it if she makes a surprise appearance.
I mean, sometimes you see very strange people out of the blue. In fact, that has happened to me 3 times this week. I'm going to tell you tomorrow.
Okay, please.
3 times this week.
Celebrities?
I have gone, oh, that's blah, blah. That's celebrities probably stretching it. Okay. We'll see. Delta Goodrem has thrilled crowds in London with an impromptu performance. She's photographed here on a piano at the big Eurostar station, St. Pancras. I don't like the name of it because it reminds me of pancreas.
Yeah,
Reminds me of an organ. But she's at I'm trying to see her feet. Does she have shoes on?
I know. That was going to be my next question. We can't. Oh no, I can see a white pointed heel. I mean, you know what? I think at a train station she would know to keep those heels on.
Yes,
don't
she
take the
would have to.
Louboutins off.
Have you been to that station?
I have, Swanee.
I've caught that train from
Same.
London to Paris. What a thrill.
Isn't it exciting when you go under the tunnel underwater?
I mean, it's like a dream, isn't it?
It is like a dream.
Yeah.
I've never cared about infrastructure or history until that train trip, and then I spent like 20 minutes reading on how they built it and how long it took to
It's extraordinary.
create that tunnel.
And
Anyway,
also, I think just for Australians, if you've grown up here,
Yeah.
you can't get anywhere in 2 hours of any interest. Do you know what I mean? You
Yes.
just go somewhere else in your state, and then all of a sudden, you leave London and you arrive in Paris.
it's sick.
A whole other global sensation city. Anyway, Delta is performing in the UK, if you don't hardly mind. It's part of her Mistaken Identity, a night of celebration too. I tell you what, I'll be celebrating that. And she sang Lost Without You at the station.
Lost without you.
Yeah!
Lost without you.
Lost without you. Do you remember she was on Neighbours when
yeah.
Innocent Eyes came out? Everyone
Nina
was like,
Tucker.
Who is this girl? What is that Delta Goodrem song that I'm a little bit hyper-fixated on at the moment?
Is it Sitting on Top of the World?
No, it's not that. Remember we had this discussion and I really want to find it for you.
Yeah, and we've got the time, so let's hang on.
You must. Wings!
It was Wings.
Oh my God. It sets my brain on fire. Me rock it out in the RAV4 hybrid.
It's a great song.
It's so good.
Hey, SB, if you're listening, can we add some old Delta to the playlist?
Yes, please.
I know I
Can
don't
we?
have that kind of
Can we?
power.
Oh,
But
I think you do. Just whack in there and whack it on.
hey, Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next. It's Quick Draw Day.
Very exciting stuff. And if you're wondering, no, I have not brought the suit.
Are you serious?
I haven't. I can forget.
I think it's just not going to happen. Like I said yesterday, he's just going to have to buy his own suit.
He
Joel.
will have to, yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Now check this out. The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.